Well, Design Lab, this is an event we've been planning for a long time. We've been cooking it up for a while now, and it's finally here, March 6th in Wisconsin. Let's talk about it.
Yes, I am super excited for this event for sure. At Hardscape Mentor, we emphasize how much design means in your sales process, right? If you're going to develop a brand that is the design and build brand, you have to lead with the design. And I just think there's a lot of contractors out there who have a question about design, right? Or whether they're doing it in-house or they're outsourcing it, they need to be provided the resources to set up their design department, once again, to take them to the next level. All these events are to take you to the next level. So we've assembled some of the best designers in the industry as far as I'm concerned, and we're bringing them to Wisconsin.
Yeah, and what I like about it is they're all different. They all different styles, especially Sean Collins' crew from Premier Outdoor Living. We've all seen him on YouTube, and he makes some crazy outdoor living spaces. So let's talk about him.
Yeah, exactly. Sean is one of those guys where you're scrolling Instagram and you automatically see his work and you know that's his style. And I think that's what I want Sean to talk about, just like when I get on stage as well. You know, me and Sean talk about that. Two very different styles if you check out Preston Hardscape Design and Premier Outdoor Living. But the bottom line is we've developed a style. And another guy who we're bringing in who's also developed an awesome style and a rapport as building this stuff is my man Cruise Lawn from Chicago. You know, I went down and helped Cruise Lawn at some of his events. He's going to come up here and teach what he knows about design, and you guys are going to love it. Just different takes on the perspective from each designer. I think if I could have 100 designers up there, we'd have a different perspective on how they go into each design process. And I think that's why we're bringing in, you know, the different types of designers, the different mindsets of design, so you can pick and choose and take it all back to your firm and develop your design process.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to have the Creative by Nature guys here and the kind of the new tech and trends that they're going to be talking about.
Yes, exactly. Like that's a big part of Hardscape Mentor too, is keeping up with the trends, being progressive. If something new comes out, we need to do our research and we need to give that back to our members or just give that back to the industry. So, you know, the guys, you know, Jonathan and Danny from Creative by Nature, they have just took this design thing by storm. They are pushing the envelope with the technology. We're going to be wearing, you know, some 3D goggles in here and walking through a site right at the event. So really excited to just introduce everything that has to do with design in our action-packed day. You know, we have 6 speakers on stage. We're also going to have Greg Krause again talking about how to design with the materials in mind. And I think that's something else that we don't ever pay attention to, or the designer is not in contact with the field guy. So just kind of to streamline that process as well. So talking all things design, and then our integral herd member, Craig Daniels. I can't forget about Craig. You know, Craig is providing his design resources for other hardscapers. He's made a niche in making it look like you have an in-house designer, but it's Craig doing all the work for you on the back end to just set you up to be a professional design studio or firm right out the bat by not having that person in-house. So Craig's going to bring the energy and the passion to the design. So super excited about all these guys.
Being able to take bits and pieces from every one of these designers and going back to your business and applying it and moving your business forward. That's what this is all about. We want you to make better designs, whether it's in-house, whether you sub it out, whether you implement these new trends. That's what this is going to be about. But I think the most important thing with these events is the networking.
Again, right? It's the networking. You're going to be sitting next to the guy who doesn't have an in-house designer. You have an in-house designer. You're going to be sharing those you know, trials and tribulations on however you develop your design process in your business, because you're going to get off, those guys are going to get off the stage and you're just going to start picking the brain of the guys around you. Like, what do you do for a design work? You know, what are your design works? Are you doing it in-house? Are you outsourcing it? There's a lot of questions there. And I think we all just have to find the best way to get the designs out there for our business, whether that's we're drawing it ourselves like I do and like Sean does, we're having someone else draw it like Craig Daniels does and Creative by Nature does, or we going back to our designer and asking him if he's doing these things, right? These guys are all successful designers. They've made names for themselves in the industry. So for them to just share their knowledge, give that back to you, wherever you're at with the design side of your business, this event will no doubt take that to the next level with a different mindset.
Yeah, Friday, March 6th, when this is going down, we've streamlined this into a one-day event. We know everyone's busy, so get in here, action-packed full day, from meeting on the bus at the hotel, everyone coming here as one herd, and all the presentations and interactions throughout the day, and then the reception that night. We're super excited to just introduce everyone to Hardscape Mentor Studios. Get signed up. There's no limit on how many tickets you can buy. So if it's your foreman, if it's your designer, if it's someone who's interested in getting into design work from your company, send them here, and it's going to be an amazing event.
Yes, another hardscaping retreat up here in the Northwoods, a high value event. You're going to take back a different mindset, and it starts out in the bus right away in the morning at the hotel, little tour of Wisconsin Rapids to get you out here to the Northwoods and Hardscape Mentor Studios.